Hey everybody, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Do me a favor before we get started. I need you to hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, I need you to do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you will not miss an episode. So today we're going to talk about 10 years of finance advice in 10 minutes. Number one, help other people. Help other people. So it's common in this world of finance and also in other worlds not to share. So once you get it, you keep it to yourself, and the next person just needs to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. Well, that's not how it's supposed to be. So you were blessed to be a blessing. It's a reason why you were blessed. So help other people. All right. Pull other people along with you. Of course, um, you have to be discerning with that also. All right. But helping other people. Number two, learning from your mistakes. So everybody has made mistakes when it comes to finances, especially if you are out here teaching yourself, basically. So learning from your mistakes, not beating yourself up for things that you didn't do correctly. You may have not done it correctly. Why? Because you weren't aware. All right. So not beating yourself up and just starting from now, learning from your mistakes and not repeating them. All right. Number three, having discipline, increasing the level of discipline. All right. In the finance world, what is discipline? So, discipline is consistency, showing up every day, whether you want to or whether you don't, having consistency. Also, discipline cannot be fun. And that is, in essence, learning how to tell yourself no to the things that you want. That is part of the discipline. All right. And so, why would that not be fun? Well, maybe you grew up in poverty, for example, and you could not have the things that you wanted in childhood. And now that you're older, you can have it. However, it's not always to your best benefit to spend your money on that if the goal is wealth accumulation. All right. So, increasing the level of discipline. What are you buying that you don't necessarily need? And can you cut that in half? So, you don't have to cut it out completely, but can you cut it in half? And that should probably come to your mind quickly. What are you buying that you don't need? Most people know that answer very quickly. What are you buying that you don't need? 9 times out of 10, it's something that's making you happy. All right. So, can you cut that in half? Increasing the level of discipline is important when it comes to wealth creation. So, we're not out here just throwing the money out the window. All right. Number four, managing the money that you do have. So, it's important to learn how to manage the money that you currently have and practicing now before you get to the millions. Because if you are not managing it, then you end up losing it. That's what it does. It runs away. When you don't manage it, it runs away. So managing that 30K before you start managing the millions. Practicing now. So how do you manage? How did you manage money? So that involves writing everything down, getting you a little notepad. Um, if you're old school, get a little notepad, keeping that notepad with you, and writing down every time you spend some money, keeping track. Or if you prefer using an app, using some kind of app of some sort, and logging in every time that you spend money. This is part of money management. So, budgeting, telling every dollar where to go. And if you're not used to budgeting, then that's kind of a horse that you have to be reminded to get back on. So you're off the horse, and then you have to be reminded, oh, I'm supposed to be on top of the horse instead of the horse being on top of me. So budgeting, that is a habit that has to be mastered. And you're budgeting your 30K before you start budgeting that million, right? Even millionaires are budgeting. So you gotta practice right now, wherever you are right now. Practice budgeting. That is part of managing. And that is basically a habit. So even if you start with carrying this notebook around with you, that's a start. And it's better than not doing anything at all. And like I said before, if you're not used to doing that, it's something that you have to be reminded. Oh, where's my notebook? I think I lost it somewhere. You have to be reminded to go get that notebook and start tracking that money again. In fact, where is your notebook? Do you know where it is? All right, budgeting, that is part of managing money. And you might as well get started now, because when you get to the millions, you're going to have to manage that money. Because what happens if you don't manage it? If you don't manage it, it goes out the window and you don't know where it went, right? So might as well get started now, and you might as well start liking it. You might as well start liking it. Maybe you can do hypnosis. Is there hypnosis out here? You're going to start liking it. Anybody know of hypnosis? Put it in the comments. Part of management is net worth, tracking your net worth, right? You can see your net worth on things like Credit Karma. They will automatically do it for you. And when you see that number, you might not like it. But what you focus on tends to improve. So write down that number. What is it? And then next year, what is it? Has it gotten worse or better? Following year, what is the net worth? And then 10 years later, what is it? So that's important, because what you focus on improves. And that's another habit along with budgeting. And what it is tracking numbers, writing down a number and tracking that. All right, that is part of management. Getting organized is part of managing your money. Like I said, where's that notebook? It's lost somewhere, right? Getting organized, right? You can use a notebook, you can use an app, whichever one you choose, right? Then eventually you get used to it, right? It's a habit. Kind of like learning how to ride a bike. So when you first start learning how to ride that bike, you just keep falling off. Where is that bike? I don't even know where that bike is. Keep falling off. Then eventually you learn how to stay on it. Then you learn how to ride it. And then You learn how to go fast. Maybe you can even compete. All right. That's the same way it is with budgeting. Anybody know where their notebook is by chance? Number 5, invest early. Invest early. Investing early. The sooner you get in there, the better. And that's the kind of thing where somebody has to tell you, right? And if they don't tell you, you're going to figure it out on your own eventually. However, some people never figure it out. Some people have never invested. So if you haven't started early, which is common, it's very common, there's a large percentage of the population that is not in the stock market at all. So congratulations to you that you are at least in it. And if you didn't start early, just pick up where you are at now. Pick up now. All right. Now is better than never. All right. Number 6, buy assets. Buy assets. Assets are things that put money into your pocket. Examples of assets are stocks, businesses, real estate, crypto, gold. These are examples of assets. If you would like to put other assets, go ahead and put it down in the comments if you would like to share that. All right. Number 7, build businesses. Build businesses. So business is foreign for a lot of people if you are an employee. You're used to getting up and going to work every day. And so learning business is like learning Spanish. It's a different language. Building businesses. All right. And then as far as business goals, it's a good idea to start out with an easy business, especially if it's new to you. Start out with an easy business and start out with a business that's going to work. There are businesses out here that don't work. In fact, they're just teaching a course to get your money, and the actual business doesn't work. All right. So, discernment with that. All right. Then, lastly, take 100% responsibility. Take 100% responsibility for where you are right now. So, it's much easier to blame people. Blame people because they didn't tell you. They won't share. They won't help. It's real easy to blame, right? Then, don't start talking about history. What happened in history? We got slavery, we got Jim Crow, we got segregation. And then what we got now? We got the White House, we got the presidency, we got the what, sexism, racism, colorism. All right. So, but the point is, take 100% responsibility. Why? Because when you take 100 responsibility, you have the power. You're taking your power back. All right. And then you become strong and you become rich. So, do you see any rich people blaming anyone? Do you? They didn't tell me. They won't share. They won't help. Do you see any rich people doing that? And that might be because they actually help each other. However, taking 100% responsibility gives you your power back, makes you strong. You can get up and go in a different direction. All right. So do me a favor, if you like the channel, I need you to hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, I need you to do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you will not miss an episode. Feel free to leave your comments below. And if you are interested in improving your finances, check out my free newsletter in the description link below. Thank you for watching, everyone. I will see you on the next video.